Formaggio Kitchen here in Cambridge is a wonderful place. It looks like a neighborhood grocery store, but inside is a whole other story. Check this out. Kurt, how's it going?
How you doing, Roberto?
Excellent. So what do you have for us that's exciting today?
Well, what I'm holding right here is this really small production goat's milk cheese we're dealing with from Belgium.
Okay.
It's a really small farmer. It's in the form of a kind of a French classic cheese from the Loire Valley called Valencay.
Okay, Valencay.
The main difference is that it doesn't have vegetable ash on the outside, and it's almost about twice the size of a regular Valencay.
Let's check it out. Let's cut into it and see what's going on with it. So it's actually quite firmer, more firm than a typical Chevre, right?
It is. I mean, it does have that type of rind on it.
Right. Okay.
Which you encourage, and so that's what's making it hold its shape.
Okay. Can I taste a bit?
Definitely.
Yeah, let's check this out. So that's a huge piece. I'm just going to take a little bit here. So what am I looking for when I taste this particular cheese?
Usually goat's milk, what you want, something that's a lot fresh. What you want is very clean, kind of tangy, a little bit of acidity,
right,
and a little bit of floralness to it. That's a sign of a good, fresh goat's milk. You don't really want these really strong, pungent flavors from it. You want it to be refreshing almost. It is
very, first off, the smell is very, very faint, and it is slightly floral, as you were saying, and let's give it a try. It's really creamy, isn't it?
Very creamy. The rind, actually, it helps break down the cheese a bit. So
that is spectacular. That is tremendous. It's very, first off, this lack of a fragrance belies the fact that the cheese is in fact very tasty, isn't it? It's very full-bodied. It has a very sweet odor at first, but then I taste it, and it's melting on the back of my tongue. I was like, okay, that is wonderful. What'd you call this again?
This is called Valencay Belgique.
Valencay Belgique. Okay, you probably eat this with a good lambic framboise from Belgium, right? Okay, what else do you have for us?
Okay. So
oh, by the way, how much is this going for again?
It is $24.95 for a whole.
$24.95 for this whole piece that I just had. Okay, and
then $12.50 for a half.
Okay, so about half of that for a half. And how many people would you say this would serve at a party?
Usually about, I would say, 12 to 16 people.
Okay, 12 to 16 people, that's not bad. You know, less than $1 per person for a lot of excitement. And by the way, it's so interesting looking, isn't it? You know. Okay, what else do you have for us? Formaggio Kitchen has also, besides cheeses, they also have an amazing array of meats. So we're going to just check out some of the meats here. Kurt's going to bring out some interesting selections and explain some of the differences. Some of the meats, you know, depending on what part of the animal they come from, depending on how long they've been smoked and the methods, they can taste really quite different. I know that I'm a little concerned about things that become too salty. So I'm going to ask him to bring out some different examples. So what have you got here?
Basically,
this is
Bresaola.
Bresaola.
Comes from a small salumeria in New York.
Okay.
This is a house-made schiacciata, it's called, which is basically a pressed sopressata. And then we have something really special from Spain, from Salamanca. It's called jamón ibérico bellota.
Okay, beautiful. How does this differ from the Spanish Serrano ham, which a lot of people would be familiar with?
So this is from a very unique breed of pig. It's called a pata negra, and it's a black hoofed pig. You can see them hanging.
Okay.
Now what they are, the bellota part means that they're only fed acorns in the last part of their life. And so their marbleization and the fat content of their meat is amazing.
Okay.
Doesn't compare.
Very good. All right, well, let's try. Now, what do you have in your hand here?
This is the Bresaola from New York.
Okay.
The place is called Salumeria Biellese.
And are they making it there? Is that what's going on?
They are making it there.
Really?
And it's basically an air-cured beef with different types of herbs. It's a nice alternative to prosciutto.
Okay.
And if you don't eat pork, it's also another nice alternative.
Interesting. Okay, which one should I try first, do you think?
Let's say try the Bresaola first.
Okay. And what am I looking for in a good Bresaola?
You get that hint of beef, hint of gaminess.
Yeah, I was going to say, wow, this is not for your Aunt Mary. Okay.
But also you get that herbaceousness also.
Yeah.
A lot of rosemary. It just really kind of It has that game, but also very.
The rosemary is really coming through. Wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna save this for later. Okay, what was this again?
That would try last because it's spicy.
Okay.
I would do the jamón ibérico bellota next.
Okay, jamón ibérica bellota. I love Spanish. Okay. Now, wow, this is incredibly thin.
Yes.
That must mean it's quite expensive. Is that the idea?
It is expensive.
Okay.
It's very prized, that's it.
Right. So what is it going for?
That is $185.95 a pound.
$185.95 a pound. I better like this.
But traditionally, the way to do that would be to cut it by hand into chips,
Right.
not as thin as this.
Wow. This is mild. Definitely more, it has obviously more fat content than the beef, of course, because it's from a pig. Not very salty, not nearly as salty as the prosciutto. And you see I keep eating it. Delicious. Okay, very good. Excellent. And finally, what is this? Well, as I'm chewing here.
That's a schiacciata. So it's a pork-based dry-cured salami that we make in-house here.
Okay.
And this is the spicy version. There's also comes a sweet.
Okay, good. So, all right, let's give this a try.
A rustic, coarsely ground, very good flavors.
Which is very, very full flavored. And you're right, definitely spicy. And again, the flavor is continuing to develop as I chew and talk. This you'd want to have all by itself,
I would say.
right?
I would say.
Definitely. This is not a prelude to anything else. It's very powerful. And it's very spicy as well. Okay, superb. Wilson, thanks so much. I won't shake your hand because you're a cheese guy, and I've got a little bit of meat on my hands.
Okay.
Kurt, this is fantastic. Again, it's Formaggio Kitchen, Huron Avenue, Cambridge, Massachusetts. If you're from out of the country, you know what formaggio means. Formaggio means
Cheese.
cheese in Italian. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Thank you.